Hello and welcome. Today I'll be reviewing the film Election from 1999. Now, where do I start? A teacher with a life of his own has to contend with some diverse students. It moves pretty quickly within the first 5-10 minutes, without giving you enough time to gather your thoughts and feelings and find your feet on where the film's going to go. You know, it lacks that interest in the premise or the characters, leaving you with just this outrageous plot and really weird and unlikable characters. There's mature and obscure themes throughout, definitely. Like they keep popping up, and it's quite brave in that it does show quite graphic thoughts and feelings. Now, there's a character. The character's name is Dave Novotny, and he's only in it for a few minutes or so. But he's the weirdest and most silliest character of them all, and he departed before long. Now, this is a Drew Barrymore film, and from the get go, she's unlikable. She's like maybe an almost caricature of an A-star student in America, high school. So I imagine she can be relatable to some people. I guess, of course, her acting was great. She showed the start of her talents, of the scale in which she can sort of act to, but unlikable, annoying. But I mean, it's Drew Barrymore. What can you say? I like her, and I haven't watched much of her early work, so it was interesting to see where she started out. Now, I must say, as I mentioned before, the film starts really weird, really like off-putting. And before Chris Klein, who plays Paul Metzler, he turns up, the film just didn't sit right with me at all. But once he entered the fray, he was a student. He fit in with like the younger cast. Another sort of caricature of an American high school student in his own right, and it sort of flowed a little bit better when he was involved. It makes it more palatable. Now, and I must say, with his election speech, of course, there's a scene in which he runs for president. And he delivered his lines really well in that part. And it was probably the funniest part of the whole film. Now, the film also does narration throughout from multiple characters, which can work sometimes, and sometimes it's a bit too much, a bit convoluted, and of course it's lazy writing, but it's a comedy, and I'm okay with it. Again, I must say it does explore themes and ideas and lifestyles and thoughts and feelings that like high schoolers and adults alike go through that are not really touched upon, and the more untold stories and truth to what people go through. So for that respect, I applaud it. A few funny things that I gathered from the film. Early Photoshop on show from Drew Barrymore. That was quite cool. 1999. The bee sting to Matthew Broderick. Pretty cool, pretty fun. This sort of symbolism going on there. It was all pretty fun. Look, my final thoughts are I don't really appreciate this film. Yeah, but some people do. So hey ho. Thank you.